What if the sun suddenly went out? Not dimmed a little, not got covered by a big cosmic lampshade, but just poof, gone. 1 second it's there, shining as usual, and the next, nothing. No light, no heat, just an empty black spot where it used to be. The first thing we'd notice is nothing. For about 8 minutes and 20 seconds, everything would look completely normal. That's because light takes that long to reach us from the sun. So for a little over 8 minutes, the world would keep going as usual, unaware that its entire energy source had just vanished. Then suddenly, the sunlight would fade all at once, like someone flipped off the switch to the universe. At that moment, the sky would go black, even in the middle of the day. The stars would pop into view instantly, and for the first time in human history, you could see the Milky Way in full daylight. The moon, which only shines because it reflects sunlight, would also vanish. The only visible light left would come from distant stars, city lamps, and confused humans turning on flashlights, probably while screaming. But the real problem wouldn't be the darkness. It would be the cold. The sun doesn't just light our world, it heats it. Without sunlight, Earth would begin to cool rapidly. Within a week, the global average surface temperature would drop below freezing. In a month, it would fall below minus 40 degrees Celsius. Oceans would start freezing over from the top down. The upper layers would form thick ice sheets, while the deep water below, insulated by that ice, would remain liquid for hundreds or even thousands of years. The atmosphere would also start to collapse, as gases like carbon dioxide and water vapor froze and fell as snow. Eventually, even the air itself would begin to condense. You'd walk outside and see strange glittering crystals, frozen air falling to the ground. The world would become a silent, frozen wasteland. Plants would die first. No sunlight means no photosynthesis. Within weeks, most of the vegetation would wither away. Herbivores would follow soon after, and then carnivores, including us, would run out of food. The only ecosystems that could survive for long would be those around deep-sea hydrothermal vents, places heated by the Earth's internal energy. Tiny bacteria and strange glowing shrimp down there wouldn't even notice the apocalypse happening above. Humans, being resourceful and a bit stubborn, would probably try to survive. We'd move underground into bunkers and geothermal facilities. Meanwhile, the Earth would continue to orbit where the sun used to be for a while. According to physics, when the sun disappears, its gravitational pull disappears with it. The Earth, which had been traveling in a neat circle around that gravity well, would suddenly fly off in a straight line, heading into interstellar space. We'd become a rogue planet, adrift, lightless, and homeless, moving silently between the stars. After a few million years, we might pass near another star system. If we were lucky, it could warm us again, though the odds are microscopic. Now, you might be wondering, could we do anything to stop this? The answer is no. If the sun literally vanished, we'd have no warning and no defense. But if it somehow started to fade slowly, we could, in theory, build giant orbital mirrors, fusion reactors, and artificial suns to keep Earth warm. It would be an engineering project on a cosmic scale, something out of science fiction. Still, given how hard it is for us to agree on smaller problems like recycling, I wouldn't hold my breath. There is, however, one small comfort. This scenario is impossible. The sun can't just go out like a candle. It's powered by nuclear fusion deep in its core, a process that will continue for about 5 billion more years. When it finally does begin to die, it'll do so slowly, predictably, and with plenty of time for us to panic properly.